Another tough loss. We dug ourselves into a hole there in the first half, which is killer. That's 2 games in a row right now. But again, at some point this stuff is going to pay off. The way that our guys are fighting for each other in the second half. It was dark there. We're on the road, tough environment, down 14-0. Offense wasn't getting a whole lot going even there to start the third quarter, and the defense kept stepping up and making plays for us. And eventually the offense caught up and made some plays and got us in this game. And unfortunately, we couldn't finish it off at the end. But again, we're 0-3. It sucks. It feels terrible. But I'm confident that the guys in this room, we're going to get some wins out of this thing. And it's only a matter of time, and they believe in each other. And that's all we can ask for right now. We know we got a big one coming up next week, and we'll be fired up and ready to roll.
Is it hard to explain a slow start?
It's not hard to explain. It's pretty easy to explain. We on offense, really, I thought the defense played well in the first half. They were on the field too long. And, yeah, sure, they gave up a few plays, but they were out there too long, and they weren't getting much from the offense. If we had a first down, it probably came in that 2-minute drive at the end of the half. And so that's just, we put them in a bind. And fortunately, they held up long enough for us to stick in that game. And then offense in the second half, we generated a little more offense than we had in the first half, and Randy stepped up and made a kick, and just wasn't enough for us to get it done.
What do you think is the reasoning behind these slow starts?
Well, our 1st and 10 efficiency was horrible for the second week in a row in the first half particularly. Second half, we stepped up and got it going. But right off the bat, I can think of a penalty we had on 1 1st and 10 that already set us back to a 1st and 15. So, again, just some silly stuff that kept us out of really manageable situations. And this defense is a good defense. If you get in a 3rd and 5+, they're going to tee off, and they got some really good stuff that comes at you. And those are the situations we were trying to avoid, and we did not do a good job of that in the first half.
How did Andy go from out of sync in the first half to really on it?
Just lack of rhythm from the offense. When you're going 3 and out, sitting on the bench, and then we're asking you to step up and make a throw, and it's hard for the whole offense to get going. It's hard for the quarterback to get going when you're throwing the ball every 15 minutes. You're throwing 1 pass every 15 minutes, and he knows he's got to step up, and we have to make that play. We're counting on guys to make those plays, but at the same time, it's on the whole unit to get things going so we can get to a rhythm and we can be a little more aggressive with the calls. It's the defense was really taking it to us when we're not getting the first down. They're kind of dictating the way the game's going.
Joe Dixon was a big part of this game when you guys got going. The final drive, was it Gio in there just for blocking mainly?
Yeah, just to give him a little bit of a breather and get him back in there, and we weren't going to call him any runs there at the end of the game. So either one of them would have just fine in the protections. But I thought that Joe really did a good job. We could tell even in the first half when we didn't have a lot going, we could tell it was close. And fortunately, we were able to keep the game within reach to where we could keep calling those runs in the second half. That was the difference really in this week and last week. Last week it got out of hand so much. This week we felt like, okay, we can make these corrections and get it going, and did a better job in the second half.
What happened on week 1? It looked like you were upset about that.
Yeah, nobody touched the guy. He intercepted it, popped right up, and ran out of the end zone. And so I was looking for safety. They said he declared himself down, I guess, just because he gets up and runs around. He declared himself down. But that's what we were all yelling for, to get the safety and get the ball back.
The last intercept, that play, was that just Andy missing the throw? Or was that
I'd have to see it. There was a lot of going on right there, and so I saw the ball get tipped up in the air. They made a great play, and to be honest with you, it's so much happened at that moment. I'll have to see the clip to remember exactly how it all went down. I know what the play was, I know what the coverage was. I just can't quite remember where the location was.
Not many teams start 0-3 and make the playoffs. What is the message to the team right now?
We got a big one here in 8 days. And, I said in the locker room, a lot of people in that locker room know a lot better than I do how big this one is coming up, and our guys will be focused and ready to play. And so it gives us a great opportunity to get back on track, and so our guys will be prepared just as they were for this one. We got to start faster, obviously, but playoffs is so far down the road. We just need to win a game, and it starts this week. Just having our best foot forward and going to get one.
It looked like he had Josh Allen quite a few times. How much of that is just his escapability, and how much would 1 or 2 of those plays have made a big difference if you got him down?
This is one of those games where one play would have made the difference in a lot of ways. But I thought overall our defense was, that guy runs around and makes a ton of plays, and our defense responded more times than not. People remember the ones where he got away and he made a big play, but I thought our defense was run around, giving them great pursuit, and the coverage was holding up downfield. It's when a guy scrambles 40 times in a game, there's going to be some guys pop up and down the field at some point, and that's what happened a couple times.
And what he had that too many men on the extra point, just something.
Just communication, poor communication.
The Bills ran a lot of misdirection plays in the first half. Do you think opposing offenses
I thought our defense did a great job in the first half. They kept them to 14 points, and they were on the field the entire time. And I don't know how many possessions Buffalo had, but we weren't putting our defense in a great spot. So I'm sure that they got some plays on some misdirection stuff, and they certainly felt they had the advantage. They're stopping us on offense, and so they're getting plenty of plays on defense. You know, our defense is I wouldn't say they were tired, but they're on the field a lot, so it's hard to pursue the passer as much as you want to. So, but I thought our defense, they held up and did a good job considering the circumstances.
From your perspective, what broke down on that 49-yarder that set up the winning touchdown, the long one to Knox?
I'd have to see that one. You know, at that point in the game, my vision's up there, and we're also talking about what do we got to do in 4 minutes or 2 minutes to turn around and rebound. So, you know, we'll get with that. But again, that was certainly a big play in the drive that put them in scoring position. So we'll have to see what the issue was.
You sounded pretty animated in there. What was basically your basic message, Zach?
Well, I mean, we believe in each other, and you know, I think the message was the Wolves are coming. They're going to tear us apart. That's what they're going to try to do, and this group is too strong to allow that to happen. And so we stay connected. That's what we've talked about all week. When adversity strikes, we point the finger right at ourselves and figure out ways to improve yourself and keep picking up your teammates, and that's what these guys have done. Put themselves in position. You know, it's just so disappointing because we were right there at the end, and we just needed to make a stop on D, make another play on O, and come out of here with our first win in a big game. Just couldn't get it done.
Did you agree with that Audente holding call and 93-yard return that could have been a big momentum swing?
I didn't get a chance to see the replay, so we'll have to check that out. But sounds like it could be a tough one to win against us.
On play a lot. Is Damien okay? Was that just a change?
That was a change we made earlier in the week, and so Auden's done a good job. He provides some stuff for us. Damien's done a good job. You know, we feel like we got some guys that can play. Alex Erickson jumps in there, and we don't really miss a beat with anybody coming in the game. But that was just a decision. We moved John to the other side over there at X, and we moved Auden over there to Z.
How hard is it to sustain that belief, that self-confidence, as you start the year the way you have?
Well, when we watch the tape and we know exactly what went down in this game, we know that it's errors that we're bringing upon ourselves. And once we can fix that and just catch a break occasionally, then we're going to be in good shape. And so, again, it gets hard right now because now is where the onslaught really happens, right? People start questioning everything that's happening, and so we got to hold strong. And we believe in each other. We believe in the play. I wouldn't trade out one of these players in this locker room for somebody else. I wouldn't do it because we feel like we put ourselves in position to win some of these games that haven't gone our way, and it's going to come. Thank God we play 16 games and not 3. Because it would be a long year. But now we got 13 more to go, and we're going to get headed in the right direction, and everybody in that locker room believes it, and there's no doubt about it.
How important was it for you to see the resiliency after how bad y'all looked last week and the way things kind of turned out for y'all?
Well, I think that was the points we tried to make all week with our guys, where that game never should have gotten to where it got last week. It was silly errors, and so they took that to heart this week, and they buckled down even when things got tough. And if I'm a defensive player, it looked bleak there at a point when the offense isn't moving the ball, but they never for once started pointing a finger. They just kept making plays, and they gave us a chance. And that's the NFL, man. A lot of these games come down to whatever the 21-17. That's the score you see every week from everybody. And so you just got to hang in there and keep doing the things that you believe in, and eventually the dam will break. And, you know, you just got to compliment all 3 phases. And I thought our guys did that tonight in the second half.
Your comment earlier about the Wolves are coming. Who are the Wolves?
Everybody outside the building, you know, and it's friends, it's everybody, it's media, and you know, we got to stay the course, and our guys believe that, and we feel like we'll be in good shape going forward.
Is that what you got from the second half? That's what you took from the second half? If these guys can get a break, they'll do something with it.
Yeah, and I think we finally did. The offense kept creating turnovers, and finally the offense, you know, put it in there and started creating some points, and unfortunately we couldn't make that last stop on D and couldn't make that last play on O to get it done for us.